Hey yo, what's poppin'? It's your girl Melissa with Monae Media, where everyone has a story. And you are listening to SeattleHipHopRadio.com and you are watching Monae Media on YouTube. And tonight we got King Tyrus.
What's going on? What's going on, world? King Tyrus represented 253 Tacoma.
Tacoma, 253, huh?
That's what, you gotta represent and attack, right?
Yes, absolutely. That's where you were born?
Born and raised. Born and raised.
So how you doing?
I'm good, life is great. We as great as it can be. We're all dealing with this, our current new normal, as they like to call it. You know what I'm saying? But just started my business recently, so just looking forward to continue to do what I can to make it grow and just build that wealth up.
So with that, what is it that you're doing to build that? What is it you're doing exactly? I know you have a company name called Real Royal Customs.
Yeah, so I have a few different things. I like to keep myself busy. It's important. I feel like last year with Corona and everything, it kind of really taught us before that. But with Corona hitting, it kind of really showed you that having one source of income is really not the way, not the move. So it just basically propelled me to do other things. And I like being creative, and I like being fly. I like gear, So it's one of those things that how can I mesh all those together? And that's why I decided to create my custom clothing,
I like that.
clothing and apparel company. So.
That name is Real Royal. Real exactly what it means. And when you look at it, this right here,
Real Royal
is
Customs,
wow.
And I came up with Real Royal Customs just because it's all in the king mindset thing. My name is Tyrus. It means strength, rock, ruler. So just that. The whole ideology of itself, I want to stay in that mindset. So I came up Real Royal Customs just because it's a matter of being real and providing that royal treatment. So,
and we are royalty around here.
We are royalty around here.
We
exactly.
are royalty around here.
100%. So you got to know that you're royalty. So that's why I went with that, and just to, like I said, provide that great treatment, and
Well, I'm very happy and excited, to sit here with you and, get to know you a little bit.
For real, even though we do go back, you know what I mean?
High
school.
So we did go to high school together, Wilson Rams.
Ram Life, 97.
Wow. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
So how was it in high school?
High school, high school was cool. It wasn't too bad. I was kind of popular. I wasn't alone or anything.
You was popular. I thought you said you was shy.
I was shy.
You was shy and popular.
I'm shy. I was still shy, but I knew a lot of people. But at the same time, when it came to having a steam to talk to girls, it was a little different.
I remember. I'm telling you, I remember seeing you. I remember. I could see it. I could see it in my vision.
For real. Okay.
So I'm pretty sure, but I was wrapped up with my son's father, so that was different. But I think I remember you was popular.
A little bit, like I said, I played sports a couple years.
What'd you play?
I played football a couple years, but for the most part, it was just a matter of high school I'll say this, it was real cloudy in high school. It was real cloudy when it came to high school. You know what I mean? It was a lot of leaving and going to school.
That's what everybody was doing. I used to go all the time on lunch.
Yeah.
So. I got my first car and would leave, driving everybody with me to go to McDonald's or whatever during lunchtime, smoking, barely going to class.
I'm glad I barely made it. I made it, by the hairs, but that's a lot of it.
But you made it though.
Yeah.
And it was rough.
Home life was rough. School was one of those things that it was more of a getaway. School was one of those things that I looked to be able to get away from the BS I was going on at home.
Yeah. So how did your home life affect the way that you are today, and or different from the way that you choose to live your life now?
Well, a lot happened, but when it comes down to it, where I'm at now, I know what's important, and what's important is building that generational wealth, having something that I can leave for the ones that are after me, my children, my grandchildren.
Your legacy.
Legacy. It's all about legacy.
Absolutely.
What can we do to provide a not a burden, because a lot of us in our community, when somebody dies, we have to, do a GoFundMe. We have to, do some kind of a cookout or something like that in order to make any, to make it work. But it's like if we shifted the way we thought about what was important in life, and realize that life insurance is one of those things that we need to make sure that we're all getting, and leaving our families something that they can, not have to worry about, okay, how we're gonna get this together to put our family on the ground, but okay, our family was taken care of, and now what we're gonna do with the remaining funds to make our family, lift up. So.
And it's crazy because, I just recently actually just got life insurance. And it was a hard step.
Yeah.
And, the thing is, it's just hard to make those changes. Like, you get to a point where it's time to grow up. And it's time to make better decisions. It's time to make sure that our kids, have everything that they need. And they're set up for when we are no longer here to guide them. Yeah.
And, it's unfortunate because, the majority of our community has never been taught the importance of that, of saving, of building something of your own. We've had to. How many Black people, or people of color, minorities have savings accounts? A lot of people don't even have. They say 75% of Americans, if there's an emergency today, a lot of people don't even have $1,000, in their savings.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the things that in our community especially that we have to change. So that's really my focus, is to create that foundation of wealth. But it starts with the mindset. It starts with changing how we think. We have to change the way we think about wealth and money, because it's only security. I mean, money is only a vehicle. You have to really realize money is only a vehicle to get us to where we need to go, which is assets, which is things that we can
get the things that we need to grow stronger, to do better, to be better, to be more successful.
Yeah.
When you put that money and that time into what you're doing, it's going to manifest itself.
100%.
And a lot of people, spend money on, cars, don't got houses, but you're buying nice fancy cars, and, you still live with your mama.
Right.
Their priorities are what the trouble is.
Because, it's like we rather look rich and wealthy as opposed to actually attaining it and being it.
And those who are quiet about it.
Really?
It ain't for everybody. And like money comes and goes. So, but what are you doing with it when you get it? Right. Because God could bless you with winning the lottery, or, whatever it is. He could bless you with a lot of money. But at the end of the day, it's what you do with that money.
Right. 100%.
So, that's really good. I love the way that you think.
I mean, it's important. I mean, it's like what I'm rocking right now, the assets or reliability. Shout out to my brothers at Earn Your Leisure. It's a mindset that, it's important to have, because if you really want to have something that's tangible and that that your family can have, you got to start thinking about assets over liabilities. So.
Assets over liabilities. That's deep.
Yeah. It's deep, but it's simple, but yet it's deep at the same time.
Right, and only if you will understand.
Only if you understand. I hope you understand. Assets over liabilities.
Oh man! So speaking of mindset, I know that you have a book out, an ebook.
Yes.
An ebook called Mindset Shift.
The Mindset Shift. Yes, it's a ebook I put out February of this year.
Of this year?
Yeah, put it out February this year. And it's just one of those things that, as I continue to grow and get to a better place in life, the one thing that has helped me get there is the way that I think about things, and the way that, the outlook that I have on where I want to go. So it was just one of those things that, I realized how important it is. So I felt, and I wrote it all pretty much last year. during the pandemic.
Right. And if you didn't grow from the pandemic,
yeah, exactly.
if your mindset did not shift, I'm telling you, I definitely did. You know, because I had lung surgery. Before the lung surgery, was that the 2 minute?
No, it's 10.
Oh, sorry. When I had my lung surgery, I was alone. You know, I was laid up for like 2 months. I didn't have nobody. You know, I had roommates. I had a very small circle. And me laying in that bed and, you know, realizing that nobody really cares about me and I have to be the one who is going to get me out of what I'm in, I could easily went into depression, you know, and kept taking pain medication and then, you know, leading on to doing drugs and doing this and doing that. But something in me said, you are greater than all of those things. You know, I went from laying up in the bed for 2 months to literally working at a warehouse, like full on 40 hours a week, unloading 40-foot trailers and just getting my mind together. And I literally had a mind shift. And I can't explain it. I don't know, you know, it just something was inside of me and I feel like I have to let it out. I need the world to know how great they actually are, how great they can be. And there's so much that you can actually do. And you have to give out that energy because there's people in this world who have never ever received such greatness from somebody speaking to them.
100%. And, you know, it's important that, like when we were talking about before, you know, it's about speaking truth to power. You know, when you don't have anybody speaking truth to your power, you, especially as a child, as a young person, you know, trying to
truth to your power.
Truth to power. So basically, it's a matter
truth to power.
If I stand on something and somebody is acknowledging that, and basically, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't really find the word I'm looking for, but basically acknowledging what you're saying and second, you know, confirming exactly, speaking truth to your power. You know, that's the thing. So kind of there's some truth to power I can speak. So the importance of, like we were talking about life insurance. So speaking truth to that power. In the past 6 years, there's been about 5,400 black people that have died by the hands of police, right? So if you take half of those people and say if half those people had $1 million life insurance policies, that's around $2.7 billion of wealth being transferred to the black community. Right. So you mean to tell me those insurance companies wouldn't start making sure that these cops aren't killing us? Because that's if only half of them had life insurance policies. So we can say 5,000, and that's only 5,000 people of our community having life insurance policies. But we know a lot of other communities, they make sure that, you know, at a young age, you know, make sure that you have a life insurance and things like that. So, like I said, speaking truth to that power is just what I said. So that's why we need to make sure that we are signed up for life insurance, because these insurance companies would be making sure that these police departments aren't taking us out, aren't killing us, because they're not going to let that much money go into our neighborhoods.
Wow, you know, that's a great point. Like I never thought about that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's, you know, that's something that, you know, we were saying as well, that a lot of people don't think about. But that's just a lot of times. That's where my mind is a lot of times. I mean, I'm working on the podcast with a couple of my brothers, and we talk about that kind of stuff. So.
Wow. And so we will be talking about that podcast. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Monae Media on YouTube, and you are listening to SeattleHipHopRadio.com. And I am sitting with King Tyrus, and we will be right back.